Gold price is catching some momentum on Monday. Phil, what do you think's moving gold today?
Well, it seems like a lot of investors are starting to trickle into that market. I mean, it's been grinding higher, and what it is you're seeing small amounts of people coming into it. Now, it is trapped in a trading range, and it did break out to the upside last night, but still, I think we're going to travel mainly between that 1650 and 1670 area.
And then so right now, do you think most of it might be short covering, sort of investors initiate some shorts around 1670 and then short cover from 1650 on up?
Yeah, well, I think that's what it was last night. I think that's why we had that extension up higher into the high 1670s. I still think, this 70 to 80 area is going to be your resistance, and then your support is like 1650, and then 1644 is going to be your 200-day moving average. So we're a little bit range bound. Something that traders do have to be aware of, though, is the last time we kind of were doing this grinding type pattern in about 6 trading sessions, we fell $200. So you definitely want to have some protection below that 200-day moving average, maybe some put options or some, sell stops on a close only basis.
Well, that was my next question is what's it going to take for us to break out of this range, whether to the upside or the downside?
Well, to the upside, I think you need you need a little bit more fundamental news out of Europe. To get the euro currency coming back up, additional dollar weakness. You also got to keep an eye on developments over in Iran. I know there's a lot of talk about the oil embargo, but if things start to heat up again, you might see more of a safety play for gold. As far as the downside is concerned, I think that the S&P 500 is a little bit overbought, and I think if the S&P starts to fall off aggressively, you might see gold prices come down with it.
And then what about slowing buying out of Asia? Of course, Chinese markets are closed for their Lunar New Year. How is lack of buying there going to affect gold prices here?
Well, it is definitely going to keep a lot of volume out of the market, so you might not get that full extension upwards in the gold market. I think that it does leave it more susceptible to the downside without the Asian investors in the market.
All right, thanks, Phil. I really appreciate it. So gold kind of stuck in this trading range, but you got to brace yourself for possible downside. Phil recommends some put options.